Hello, and welcome to Big Bang Radio Spotlights, a show where we talk to independent artists from all over the world about their music and their process for making it. I'm your host, Arthel Hayes, and today I got to talk to Acid Wave. Without any further ado, here's the interview. The first question we normally ask on Big Bang Radio Spotlights just gives us a little bit of background information about you guys. So, what are your earliest musical memories?
I think mine would be like the Beatles and like learning the Beatles songs on drums. That's like my earliest memory.
I remember listening to like emo music and songs from Guitar Hero, like in the back of my parents' van. We'd be going to dinner. Like I'll just have my headphones in and just be looking out the window.
Emo kid.
Yeah.
Mine, I guess my earliest that I can think of right now is seeing a Panic at the Disco music video when I was like 8. And then I asked my mom to buy me the CD.
I don't know what my earliest memories would be, but I remember when my mom would let me go to crazy punk shows when I was like 13 by myself, and I thought I was so
You were so cool.
How did the band actually start and come together?
It started with just 3 of us at first. It was me, Eva, and Isanet, who isn't here right now. We started in 2018, and then we didn't have Mary and Jet join till like 2021. Like Mary said, she fills in for me on drums when I'm not there. And then Jet, I feel like we had been looking for a synth player forever, and then we finally found her. God brought her to us. And yeah, that's how we started.
How did you guys come up with your band name, Acid Wave?
I believe it was Isanet who came up with that name. Me, Eva, and Isanet, we were practicing in my room one day, and we were trying to figure out a band name, and my drum set I was practicing on, and it was an electrical drum set, so you could change like the sound of the drum set, and there was one called Acid Jazz, and Issa and I was like, oh, let's just call ourselves Acid Wave. And yeah, here we are.
How do you think living in El Paso now affects your music?
I personally hear like other local bands and their sound, and I'll either like get inspiration from that or like, I don't know. I don't know, everything inspires me. So I guess just hearing the other local bands and what they do, in a way maybe influences our sound, but nothing crazy that I could think of.
Also, we're like the only all-girl band in El Paso. There aren't really any others, so
At least none that we know of. There's probably one like.
Yeah.
So you're out there, tell us. You want to play show?
What is your biggest inspiration when it comes to music? And like this can be like individually or just like as a group altogether.
I think my biggest inspiration is just like other artists that we like, of course, but definitely like just the life experiences we go through, like personally, are a lot of what we write our songs about. So definitely just like personal experiences and just like putting those feelings into an actual song and and like executing that feeling into the music.
Okay, cool. What does you guys' song making process look like? Is it lyrics first? Is it music first? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
It starts with music first, for sure. Most of the time, it depends. I feel like it could change throughout, but like mostly, we'll start with like drums and guitar, and then like I'll just structure the songs with the drums and guitar first, and then once I have it structured the way I want, I'll add like bass and stuff. And I have a hard time creating synth parts, so luckily I have Jet and Mary and like everyone else to help me out with that. And then afterwards I'll do the lyrics. I think the lyrics and like vocal melody come last usually. I'll lay the tracks down in Logic, and then I will send it to the band, and if they like it, and we'll go with it.
Yeah, Audrey usually does like the demo by herself, and then she'll send it to us. And then, like when we recorded the album, we would just add stuff that we thought it needed.
Aesthetics can be a really important and fun part of a band's perception. So how would you describe your personal style, each of you, your personal style, and when it comes to fashion and visuals?
I dress like a cartoon character. I either wear like the same, like not the same physical shirt, but like the same texture every day, or like just a t-shirt with a different color
And a flannel.
flannel. It's like an equation in my head. I'm like, t-shirt, it just needs to be a certain color, pants, shoes, and that's
Her
it.
bands.
And then just yeah.
Just a t-shirt most of the time, and like pants. I have no drip at all. So it's just simple.
You have drip. You got drip.
For me, I think, especially when we're performing, that's the only time I really put any thought into what I'm going to wear. But growing up, my favorite movie is Josie and the Pussycats. Did you ever watch that? And like, I think they're such a big inspiration for me because I wanted to be like in an all-girl band and dress cool. So I feel like that's like my biggest inspiration.
I don't think I have like a big inspiration for like my style. I think it just depends on how I'm feeling, but I like to dress like tomboyish, I guess, or girly too as well. Like I said, it depends what I'm feeling.
You either dress bestie or bruh.
Yeah, I either dress bestie or bruh.
So can you tell us all a little bit about your recent album, Heart to Heart, and what you want everybody to know about it?
I think this album shows the different stages of being in a relationship, good and bad. So I'm hoping that when people listen to this album, they find like, I feel like there's a song for everyone to at least relate to at least one. And I hope they hear it and are able to see that they're not alone in whatever they're feeling, or not afraid to express their love to their loved ones, whether it's romantic or platonic, whether it's writing a song or painting them a picture, you know.
And my last question for today is, where can people keep up with you guys online?
Mostly Instagram, I want to say.
Acid Wave Band.
Yeah, Acid Wave Band.
Is
We
Acid
also-
Wave Band on everything.
We have all the social media.
We're everywhere.
Thank you to Acid Wave for joining us today. If you want to see more interviews just like this one, you can find us online at Studio 67 NCC. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Arthel Hayes, and don't forget to stay wicked.